All right, I think I'm live now. Um, yes, no. Is the family in the building? Is the family in the building? I don't see anybody. For some reason, I think I'm having problems. Okay, family, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Well, let me turn. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if y'all hear me. For some reason, it says peace, family. Inner G44, real wealth and more. Deuce Jackson. Okay. Loud and clear audio good? Okay. All right. Hear you clear. Okay. All right, good. Good. I got an announcement to make. All right, so y'all hear me. So I'm good. All right, so I don't have nothing to worry about with the audio at this point. Um, I want to talk to y'all about a conference that's coming up um, that I'm bringing together on November 3rd, and it's called the 2020 Ascension Conference. It's gonna be off the hook, man. It's gonna be off the hook. All right, audio A plus. All right, so I got this conference coming up November 3rd, and it's gonna be off the hook. And I want everybody to tune in via pay-per-view or attend if they're in the New York City area. The brother Billy Carson, I've been studying him for the reason why I reached out to him so much. I've been studying him for the past 9, 10, 11 months because I just got put on to him. And I've been implementing some of his studies. And some shit really worked for me real fast. So I'm like, damn, I need to get the brother on the show because I really admire the fact that what I implemented from his teaching worked so fast. So then I reached out to him. He didn't respond. Then I made a live stream, and one of his artists responded and said, "Yo, Billy, the brother Rich is reaching out for you." So Billy Carson, the brother Billy Carson, hit me up, and he's like, "Yo, I'm available. I'm here." Yeah, I was like, "All right, let's do a show. Let's do a show then, brother." So the brother was available to do a show, and that's how it started with that. And I eventually talked to the brother about coming to New York. Brother was like, "I'm down." So I want to thank the brother. The brothers, I'm getting the brother to come to New York. This is a brother that's been on all over television, Ancient Aliens, all of these programs on National Geographic and different programming on television. So, a lot of people, I remember when I initially said it, they say, "Yo, Brother Rich, Billy Carr," because I called out him in Seven Beaumont. They was like, "Yo, they're not coming to your platform. They represent something different, a different version of consciousness than you represent." So I was like, "Damn, why people think like that?" But I know why people think like that because my platform, I talk a little more about race-related issues than Billy Carson. So I understand about why they would feel that way. But that's just one aspect of consciousness. But that doesn't mean I can't go here or Billy Carson or Seven Beaumont can't go there. At the end of the day, we're all different, but we all should share the same belief, and that belief is to be number one, to become the greatest version of ourselves, and number two, we should understand that we all emanate from the same source. Whether you like somebody or hate somebody, that doesn't, just because I say we all emanate from the same source, and there's been confusion about that, even with my Seven Beaumont interview, just because we emanate from the same source, that doesn't mean I should let you abuse me or vice versa or whatever. What that means is I shouldn't get aggravated to the point where I internalize hatred, and that's what a lot of us do as what we call black people, the term we call black people, the Moors might, disagree with that. A lot of people might disagree with that, but the term black people, we've been through so much. It can be easy for us to internalize, and that's not our nature. We're not a hateful people, but we could internalize a dislike for a certain group of people, and that's not who we are. And I want us to understand exactly who we are without us neglecting who we are. That's the key. I wish there was more people in the room for us from when I said that. I want us, and this is the with this conference, this is the separation factor. Understanding who you are versus neglecting who you are. Sometimes people feel as we have a unique experience. And in order to understand who we are, we feel like we have to neglect who we are. So we acknowledge 30% of who we are, but if we feel like we acknowledge any more of that, we're going to offend people. So we neglect. We neglect the 70%, and we only acknowledge 30% of our experience, because my whole experience as what we call a black man, and my ancestors and my mother and my grandmother, what they've been through, they offend a lot of people. White people get offended easily. Let me just say that. So they think I'm being divisive if I talk about slavery, or if I talk about our experience here in America, if I talk about Jim Crow. They're like, you're spiritual. You're not supposed to talk about that. Why are you even mentioning that? But, my job is not to stroke their ego or to make sure they don't have white guilt. My job is to liberate a set of people who have been so broken that and so lost that they forgot who they were. And we're really limitless. And not just my people, but myself included. And that's something, obviously, I haven't broken the spell, shit. I mean, I'm working on me every day as I speak. You know what I'm saying? But our spiritual approach, what we call black people, has to be different from everybody else's spiritual approach, because we went through a different process. We had a different experience. My epigenetics is different from everybody else's epigenetics. So my epigenetics and my DNA, which means that memories get passed down to me, might be different from somebody else. So I might carry an inferiority complex that other races might not carry. So when I say I need everybody to have a black angels and black God or black Jesus on their wall, white people that's in the spirituality may not understand it. They may say you're being divisive, but I understand from my experience that my people deserve to see divinity in their own image based on what they've been through, based on what their mothers, fathers, grandparents, and great parents told them. So we don't understand that. And you can't satisfy everybody. You can't satisfy everybody. And you just got to do what you got to do. But my people, I've been blessed with this gift and this destiny and this purpose to liberate my people through metaphysics and through spirituality. And I understand that my people have gone through something different from a lot of other people. So these other groups aren't going to understand, and I get that. And quite frankly, I don't give a F. Sometimes I wonder, but I don't give a F. It is what it is. But I'm going to continue to do what I do. I know what I do is real because it comes from my heart. The heart is the organ that correlates with your higher consciousness or your true self or your quantum self. So I'm not saying, when I say heart, sometimes people associate heart with emotions, and we get emotional, we do all types of crazy shit. Like, nah, the heart is something completely different. It's filled with unconditional love. So unconditional love doesn't mean you turn the other cheek when somebody smacks you this way, you turn the other cheek and they smack you that way. It's a whole different aspect. And the language is confusing, the English language, so we confuse a lot with spirituality, and people are able to take advantage of us. Just like being positive, I was telling somebody the other day, people get confused with spirituality and this law of attraction and this being positive thing. And there was this girl in the elevator, a young girl, probably about 12 years old. And I was coming in the building one day, and this is years ago, and I lived in this building. I don't live there no more. And I know, and somebody told me, She got off the elevator. I didn't take the elevator. I walked upstairs because I needed to exercise. Somebody told me, yo, she got off the elevator, you know, because I could tell she was uncomfortable with the guy that was in there. Now, the girl got off the elevator because she felt a certain vibe. Now, sometimes it could be a vibe and you're reading the person's energy. Sometimes it could be prejudice or just, you know, something you were told by somebody. And, you know, that could be the case. But I would assume this young girl got it. And the guy was a clear case weirdo. Clear case. He was clearly a weirdo. Like, this dude talked to himself. He was like, you know, all crazy and shit. But the little girl picked up on a certain vibe and something told the little girl to get off the elevator. Now, if the little girl was too intellectual and she said, I'm going to be positive and I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, maybe it may not have worked out as good for her. And maybe it may not have worked out for a lot of people when in that situation. It's good to follow. You have to follow intuition over what we call positivity. You know what I'm saying? Positivity is relative, you know. What you call negative, somebody could call what you call negative, somebody could call positive, and what you call positive, somebody could call negative. So what I always preach to the people was the level is being intuitive, the importance of being intuitive, and that supersedes what we call positive because that's a relative term. Intuitive is like you following something, a divine guidance. You know what I'm saying? And you can live with your decisions after that. So this is something that I want to teach them to hold up. Karma. Oh, what's I just read? Shout out to Sci-Fi's in the building. Somebody said karma would disagree. Yeah, karma, you know, we could disagree about karma all day. Karma, you know, certain people experience certain karma that others don't. I don't have time to go into that right now. I got another agenda tonight. I could bring somebody on that could talk about that. Yeah, listen to the quiet voice within. Yeah, definitely. But I got an amazing conference coming to New York, November 3rd. Billy Carson. And like I said, I've been studying that Holy Ghost album that I worked on. And if anybody you ever heard it, it's a work of art. And, you know, some people are scared to say that about their work because they're like, oh, somebody might say I'm arrogant or somebody might say this, I know it's a work of art. I know is Holy Ghost 2 is pure genius. How do I know it's pure genius? Because what we call Rich, Brother Rich, Father Rich didn't do it. It was channeled. That was straight channeled shit right there. From my higher self. Brother Rich is a multidimensional being. Brother Rich is a smidget. It's about 5% of who I am. But the other 95%, my quantum self, I'm like a radio. I'm an antenna. And I channel that consciousness. I allow that consciousness to come through me and broke. You know, our antenna, when we was young, we had the antennas and we had to put it on TV and face it this way, face it that way, face it that way. And then a picture will come on the screen. Once I face my antenna or fix myself to a certain frequency, I can produce a certain picture that I call reality. And y'all see my picture and y'all be like, that's beautiful. How did he do that? But the truth is how I did it is that I tuned in to a certain frequency. I understand that I'm only Brother Rich, Father, AKA Father Rich, is only a smidget of who I am, a smidget. But there's a whole nother 90-something% of me that is perfect, that is divine health, that is divine wealth, that is divine love, that is divine peace. And that is the aspect of us that this conference is all about. The theme of this conference is called meeting your quantum self. So who is your quantum self, Black people and other people? And I got some down ass white people that follow me that they understand my perspective. They understand what my people been through. They get it and they appreciate the information because they're not getting this. This is like raw and cut, unfiltered. They're getting both perspectives of spirituality information and they love it. And they hit me in the DMs and they donate. And I appreciate that. But as far as, you know, me being scared of offending certain people, I'm not going to be myself by that. And I know people that do that. They move a certain way because they know white people support in the spiritual community. In this new age community, what we call new age, white people spend buku dollars. Ask What's the dude name? Tony Robbins. All the brothers and sisters and the folks that was on The Secret, ask them. White people will spend $2,000 to come for a conference, just for 2 days, a weekend conference, just to go through a heat sauna and detox their negative energy, and to hear somebody speak for 3 hours and to do a little dance. They'll spend $2,000 for that, easy. But you know what? It'll work for them because in their mind, they have fixed in their mind, their divine mind, and we're all divinity. We're all divinity. Some of us just have a stronger, let me say that again. Let me say that again. I need everybody to understand this. We're all divinity. You understand that? All of us, everybody. Some of us have a stronger Wi-Fi signal, though. It is what it is. It is what it is. Some of us have a stronger Wi-Fi signal to that source field. It is what it is. You know, we have different movie roles. Hey, Denzel played Training Day, and he was a leading character. Some nigga was just an extra, and he died in the first 5 minutes of the film. Everybody was in that movie, but some people had more important roles. It's like that down here. Some people have more important roles. It is what it is. There's nothing to get offended about. Maybe 20 lifetimes ago, I didn't have an important role. And, you know, I just had to face the fact. But I want to be in this movie. Sometimes we want to be in this movie so bad, we accept a role that's not that important. Sometimes we want to be in this movie so bad, we may accept a role where we get murked at 3 years old. And from a human perspective, we may not understand that. But from a person who just wants to be in a movie, just like we want to be in a Hollywood movie, because this shit is all a movie. So if you want to be in a Hollywood movie, you might accept getting murked in 3 minutes. Just might. And we got to look from that perspective, a quantum perspective, where quantumly we understand that this is a movie. So sometimes we take whatever fucking role just to be in this movie we call Earth and get this shit over with and understand what we got to understand. So with that being said, you know, nobody's more divine. We just have different roles, and some of us are just tapped in more. Some of us have been down here more times. So we call them old souls because we had more experiences down here in this particular dimension. Some people haven't had that many experiences. And your job as a divine being is not to get wrapped up in what people think or what people say. It's simply to follow your intuition and your heart. And when I say heart, once again, I don't mean your emotions and, you know, I love him or I love her. Oh God, Jesus Christ, Jesus. It's just it's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? It's way bigger than that. But this conference is all about me and your higher self. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on in the chat room? What's going on in the chat room? What y'all talking about in the chat room? I'm going to get more into it, but I just want to see what's going on in the chat room. Say that you can't see my face. You don't see me? Where's the venue? Yeah, I know. It's only a month away. It's let me share it. Let me share it. It's late promotion. I didn't want to get caught up in the Christmas season or the Thanksgiving season. I did that last year and people were complaining. So let me get rid of that. So I want to make sure that everybody, I want to make sure that everybody could get here before the seasons and the Thanksgiving and the Christmas and all that. But it's at St. Francis College in Brooklyn. It's November 3rd. It's featuring Red Pill, Blue Pill, the brother Billy Carson, and it's going to be an amazing performance by Cambada and myself. We're going to be performing tracks from Holy Ghost 2 as well as Holy Ghost 1. It's going to be absolutely amazing. There might be somebody else added to the lineup. I will let you know further on down the line, but for right now, this is the lineup. What I would say, what I want to tell people is that, hold up, family. This conference is all about quantum entanglement and meeting your higher self. There was a book I read. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of this. Hold on. Okay. My fault, family. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yeah, there was a book I read. And the link and everything is going to be in the description after this video if it's not up. Family, make sure you'll donate, by the way. Make sure you'll donate. Actually, YouTube just finally monetized me again and gave me the super chat back. But, they still rob you with the super chat. You get nothing when you take super chat from them. So make sure you'll donate to Cash App. Anybody who loves Brother Rich, loves this message, loves prosperity, loves reciprocity. If that's the right word, I don't know if I'm screwing up. Sometimes I screw up words. I don't care. I am who I am. I don't care. But yeah, if you want to give back to Brother Rich, make sure you donate. You know what I'm saying? Cash App. I just put the link in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I'm sorry. Keys to Inner Space. Listen, I was under the weather. Oh man, I'm glad you mentioned that. I was under the weather the last couple of days, and I'm about 80% done with it. I was under the weather. It's funny. I got my son's birthday was yesterday, right? October 2nd. I was under the weather 2 days before my son's birthday. I haven't been sick the whole year before that. Before that, I got sick right before his birthday. I don't know what the hell it is about my son's birthday, but for 2 years in a row, when he was born and when he turned 1 year old, Brother Rich got under the weather and I got a little cold. Before that, I didn't even have a cold in like 4 or 5 years. I went 4 or 5 years without a cold. Out of nowhere, I got sick as a dog on my son's birthday. I mean, oh man, it was bad. The first day I had to wear gloves and I had a mask on. I couldn't even hold him. I had to wait till the second day he was born to hold him. I don't think I told anybody that, but yeah. This year got sick again 2 days before his birthday. So it's weird, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's the only thing that slowed me down. But yeah, Keys to Inner Space is 80% done. It's gonna be on Patreon real soon. I apologize for my Patreon family. Patreon family is everything, and I really need to do more on Patreon. And I apologize. It's just been so hectic with my new son. I just didn't figure out how to balance work and being a father yet. It's something new to me, and that's something that I just didn't get it yet. So I apologize to everyone. Even YouTube, my advertisers, they mad. People on YouTube, they notice I don't post as much. That's just something I just didn't. The work family balance, I just didn't get it yet. So I had to slow down, and even of course my income slowed down because when you stop doing your work, but it is what it is, and I'll figure it out. I think I need an assistant to help me. So I'm gonna make a call out for that soon. But I think Brother Rich think he definitely needs an assistant to help him with some things. But besides that, Keys to Inner Space, I am in the process of doing that. Shout out to Lance Powell, who just sent the donation, Cash App. Family, make sure you donate. That's very important when we do these shows. Black Dot, which just did a broadcast, talked about YouTube and what they do. It's hard speaking truth to light, speaking truth to the people, and trying to make a living off it at the same time. That's why you don't get it. A lot of these celebrities are very, very, very knowledgeable. My nigga Oprah, Oprah knows some shit. And I think Oprah, I thank her for allowing. She did some bullshit, some bitch shit with that R. Kelly situation, and no, Michael Jackson situation. I'm sorry, with the Michael Jackson situation. But she's had Esther Hicks. She's had somebody that helped me, Jane Roberts. She had the Seth books where she channeled this entity. So Oprah had them on her show a while ago. And Oprah actually said something about the meat industry. I don't know if you remember, years ago. And she said she stopped eating meat, and man, the meat industry took a hit. And she had to retract it in a weird way. And the reason was because she was so influential that I know they approached her. So she got scared, But my job is not to get scared. My job is to continue delivering truth. Of course, we all got to be strategic. but I don't want to compromise my integrity to the point where I'm not Brother Rich or Father Rich no more. You know, I'm always going to be who I am. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the game, we understand it's chess, not checkers. We all got to maneuver strategically. We got to be in this world and not of it. So I want to remind everybody of doing it. Everybody who has their job, you know, do what you got to do on your job. But at the same time, you can still be pro-Black. You can still donate to a cause. You can still go into a Black store and support. You can do all of that. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do for a living until you're able to not, and that's not to say it's okay to be a sellout. What I'm trying to say is I understand what everybody's going through in this matrix. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Let's all understand what one another is going through, but let's all understand that we have a destination point. You know what I'm saying? And the point of this conference, once again, like I said, and by the end of the, shout out to Jamal Brockington for the donation. Man, I didn't even put the, what's up, family? What's up? I got, I'm sorry, I'm doing this by myself. I got, about 400 people in the live right now, and Oprah's a clone. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Nick Cannon is super woke. Nick Cannon, yeah, he's that dude. He's sharp. I'm messing with Nick Cannon right now. Time is currency. No need to apologize for investing in you and your son's future. I could dig that. You know what I'm saying? Oprah ain't right. Yeah. I mean, I could dig anybody who like Oprah or don't like Oprah. Oprah has done a lot of shit for us not to like her. And I feel like she's done enough shit for me personally. Like I just look for, I could read a book, and if there's 30 pages in a 200-page book that help me, I consider that a good book. So let's say everybody's a book and you got 200 pages of your life. If just give me 20 pages of good pages, and I'll be like, okay, I can fuck with him or her. You know what I'm saying? So Oprah has done enough where I will recommend certain things about her, but I won't recommend her totality and her whole being, because I understand she does a lot of fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? But none of us are perfect. If I dig in the history of all of you individuals in the chat room, somebody, your mama, your girlfriend, hey, your girl might say some shit about you that might be true. Your boyfriend might say some shit about you that may be true. Your uncle or your aunt or your brother or sister may say some shit about you that's watching me. So, you know, somebody's always going to say something about us, whether it's hate or whether it's the truth. But I just, you know, I just don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And that's what the brother Bobby Hemmett taught me. Shout out to Bobby Hemmett in his spirit and his soul. He taught me that. So with that being said, yeah, shout out to Gilberto, who just sent a $5 donation via Cash App. But with that being said, I'm just trying to let everybody know to make sure you're there at this conference. Let me put the post link. Oh, shit. Give me a second, family. I should have been put this. Yeah. And is that now? You know what I was supposed to put? Oh, Jeffrey Morris sent $100. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. I'm trying to put the proper link for the family. Okay, I think that's the fuck. Yo, this shit is so weird. I did not type. You see the next person type Bobby ain't dead, and then they came up on mine to ignorance Hammond. This shit is weird, bro. This some weird shit. This some weird shit, boy. With this internet. Brother Rich did not type that. Let me see if this link come up. No, what? I don't, man. Listen, I'm gonna put the link in the description when the show is over. I don't know why the link came up like that, but all right, family. Yeah, the link will be available soon for live stream. I am live streaming it. That link will be available soon. It's on Eventbrite, so y'all go to Eventbrite And let me put, shit, it ain't even on. Yeah, y'all go to Eventbrite, 2020 Ascension Conference .eventbrite.com. And I'm gonna put that in the description when the video is fully uploaded. And you know, y'all can buy the tickets on there. You know what I'm saying? You could definitely buy the tickets on there. But for some reason, my link ain't coming up. Signal intercepted, right? Signal got intercepted, right? Crazy. Yeah, I would love to have Daylight on the show. I'm reading some of the comments now. Yeah, I would love to have Daylight on the show. Yeah, definitely. AI. Yeah, you know, AI is getting bigger and bigger. AI technology is getting bigger and bigger. You know what I'm saying? And I was watching a broadcast from Tariq Nasheed, and he was talking about how the whole transsexual thing is going to move into the whole transhumanism thing. And that's something Phil Valentine and them talked about that before a while ago. So I'm glad he's bringing that into the forefront. The whole, just the word trans, you know, they got to put that in your subconscious is everything. And that's another subject that is going to be talked about extensively in this conference, is the way to become a genius. Like I said, a lot of these beats that I did was channeled through a theta brainwave state. And there's a certain way to tap into a theta. It's called neuro-hacking or brain hacking. And there's a certain way to tap into that theta state where you're a genius, when you can learn a foreign language in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? It's a way to become a super genius within a short period of time, like the Matrix, where they took a pill, or I forgot what they did. They just sat there and they downloaded information. There's a way that we could be like, you know how a baby will download several languages in 4 or 5 years. And by the time they're 5 years old, little motherfucker know 3 languages. And you're like, yo, how is a baby able to learn Spanish, English, and this in 5 years? But when you try to teach an adult, it takes an adult forever. An adult barely knows their main language. The secret is, in the first 7 years of the baby's life, they are in theta wave. And Bruce Lipton said that the Jesuits used to say, give me a child the first 7 years of their life, and that's all I need. I'll give them back to you. Because after that, the programming is there after that. So whatever you tell them after that, it's good, but the programming is there. So that's why sometimes you could learn all this conscious information, but you got the programming from the first 7 years of your life still in your mind. So what we're doing with this conference is we're not just teaching you new information, throwing something on top of garbage. We're not throwing, imagine if you eat good food on a plate of garbage. You know, it's not going to taste like good food. We're eating good food on a plate of garbage. So before I feed you good food on a plate of garbage, we're going to eliminate that garbage first. And you can eliminate that garbage by going into the theta wave state. So that theta wave state is everything. That's where the genius is. That's what Neville Goddard, Reverend Ike, Nikola Tesla. That's what all the greats tap into. A lot of people that's on drugs, that's musicians that tap into drugs. They tap into the theta wave state. But there's a way to tap into this without drugs. That's why some of the geniuses, they always do drugs, because the drugs shut down the monkey mind, and you're able to just tap into that theta wave state, but at that same time you ruin your body. So it's like a gift and a curse, you know what I'm saying? But you can tap into that without the theta wave state, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, conference is going to be off the hook. Instead of me talking, let me put the yeah, the conference is going to be off the hook. Like, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Blue Pill got a presentation on neurohacking, hacking the brain for your limitless potential, and going into that theta wave state. You know, Gano does what he does. Billy Carson, he's going to be touching heavily on quantum entanglement. It's gonna be amazing. Cambada got something special for y'all. It's gonna be absolutely amazing, man. So I just want y'all to be there or either get the live stream. Just wanted to make a short announcement right now, but I'm gonna have, by the time this video is up, like y'all live, but the video, it takes the time for the video process to get uploaded. By that time, I'm gonna have all the links in the description. I might even take it down and put the links and everything in the description, but I was just in a rush to tell y'all because I'm excited and there's only a month left. So I just wanted to share this with y'all real quick. You know what I'm saying? But before I get out of here, I want to talk to y'all. Yo, did any of y'all see that? What's her name? Amy, that white girl, that verdict with that white girl, man? That shit was crazy. You seen that judge hugging her? That shit is crazy. And that's what I'm talking about. Hold up, let me get rid of this. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about when I say we learn differently. We've had a different experience. We have an inferiority complex, family, that no other race will understand. Was that Billy Carson hugging that white girl? I don't know. What are you referring to? Are you talking about the court? I don't know. Talk to me more in depth with that, because I'm gonna start answering some questions now. I know there's some trolls in here. There's some serious people. I'm gonna start answering some questions. Vendors, yeah, vendors are welcome. Sarnetta and King Simon is taking care of the vendors. I'm gonna have all the info. Like I said, I was just in a rush to talk to y'all. Advance tickets is $50 at Eventbrite. Once this show is uploaded, I'm gonna have all the information in the description bar. Whoever's serious is gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that court scene was crazy. The brother of the man killed. Yeah, the brother of the man killed started hugging a girl. That was crazy. Peace, Brother Rich. London City locked. You don't know? No, I don't know. No, I don't know. Let me know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with London City. They were quantum stupid, you crazy. 7 and Billy Carson having all lives matter belief. I don't know if they have that. Maybe they do. But I'm gonna tell you this. You don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And both of those brothers are geniuses. And I may disagree with those brothers on certain things. But that doesn't mean that those brothers aren't geniuses and they can't change your life. This is what we got to understand. And this is what my mission is. This is my mission to bridge that gap between a brother like Billy Carson, Seven Beaumont, and the urban, what we call the urban community, if that's a, whatever that means. Just because the individual has an all lives matter personality doesn't mean that they don't have information that could change your life for the better. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. They think how they think based on how they grew up, where they come from. I think how I think. I grew up in the Mecca of consciousness, Harlem, New York. I didn't move out of Harlem for 33 years I lived in Harlem, and then I moved to Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy. I mean, which is not that different. But what I'm saying is that my upbringing, my soul incarnated in the concrete jungle of the entire world of Earth. Harlem, where Malcolm spoke, where all the greats came. All the greats came to Harlem. My soul decided that this was the energy point that I needed to reincarnate it down to bring certain information. So I have a different outlook, a different perspective. But what we have to understand, and what I also want to teach in this conference, is that it's not either or, it's either and or. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes either I got to be with this person or I got to agree with that person. Two people could say two completely things and you could agree with both of them. And that goes into this word we call paradox. And that's that's a deeper spirituality into, something like, once again, we're going to talk about in the conference. You don't have to be either Billy Carson or Bill Bobby Hammond, or either Seven Bomar or Brother Panic. You don't have to do that. And understand they're different. It could be both. And they could say completely different things, contradict each other, and you could still agree with them. Contradiction sometimes is our best friend. And that's something that I'll go over a lot of people's head, but it's just an aspect of our multidimensional selves and our and the illusion of reality. The fact that it's only perception and the fact that it's relative, that only an advanced student will understand. The fact that this shit is relative, we could both say different things and we both could be right. There's no absolute with this shit. So Panic says some shit, Seven Bomar says some shit, and they could both be right depending on how you look at the situation. You know what I'm saying? So I could kick it with Panic, and I could kick it with Seven Bomar. The genius is kicking it with both perspectives at the same time and maintaining integrity. I'm still Brother Rich. I'm still going to ask Seven certain questions, just like I asked him about the gay agenda, and I'm going to ask Brother Panic certain questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to ask both of them certain questions and stand on my ground. But our key is to understand both perspectives and to form our own, but at least to understand both perspectives, not just to be stuck in one particular perspective. This conference is going to be genius. This conference is something the conscious community never seen before, and that's why I had to get somebody outside of the so-called conscious community, who was Billy Carson, because there was no way for me to create a certain energy with just having the same regular speakers. So I might have another surprise guest coming. Stay tuned for that, family. But for now, we're going to have an amazing performance from Cambada and myself. I mean, absolutely amazing. If you want to see Cambada perform in person, Holy Ghost 2, Holy Ghost 1, man, you need to be there. But yeah, Cambada's going to do his thing. Shout out to Bakari McClendon for $4.44 for gratitude and blessings. The Cash App, 444. Shout out to that brother. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this Cash App, because it's important. I can't stress to you enough. The information I'm bringing you, family, whether you believe it or not, is life-changing. I don't even know how to apply all this shit yet. That's the thing. A person might say, Brother Rich, why the fuck you ain't a millionaire, Brother Rich? I don't know how to apply it all yet. I got years of programming. I know how to apply it somewhat, but in my heart, I know a lot of this shit is real. But in my heart also, I'm honest enough to know that it's going to take some time for me to reprogram myself. People looking for an excuse to quit. So they say, you saying all this shit, nigga, why you ain't a millionaire? Oh, I will be soon. Brother Rich will be a millionaire soon. There's a certain level of program, there's certain things I had to go through to get to where I'm at now. And I'm far from broke, far from fucked up, far from unhappy. Got issues like everybody else, got family drama like everybody else, but I'm a happy motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be amazing, family. And I'm talking to you from my heart. So I'm pausing and shit like that. I'm pausing and shit like that, but talking to you from my heart. And I want everybody to go to the link in the description. After the show, there's going to be a link in the description. If you're serious, go to that link in the description after the show and buy the tickets. Make sure you're at the conference. We got Blue Pill. We got Red Pill. We got Stream Master Gano Grills. He's changing lives all over the world. We got Billy Carson. This is a different lineup. It's an important lineup. I've been utilizing techniques within the last year of my life that has allowed me to create the album Holy Ghost, and has allowed me to come up with some genius ideas that I'm in the middle of implementing right now. And I'm saying to myself, I need to share this with people. So I got a group of people that could best explain this. I'm real good at producing. I'm not just good at producing music. I'm good at producing shows. events, talks, questions. I produce shit. That's what I do. Produce shit. I'm amazing at producing shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm producing this amazing lecture just like I produce music. And these are some high qualified people, and they're talking in their fields that they're experts in. So like I said, Blue Pill, he's gonna go in on this neuro-hacking and this, this theta wave brain thing. He's gonna go in on that. Blue Pill's gonna go in. Red Pill's gonna go in with what he's going in on Billy Carson when he deals with the quantum entanglement. Sri Master Gano Grills, prosperity. And prosperity is something you got to understand. That's something that I want to talk to y'all about. Make sure y'all donate. I just seen somebody else donate. When we're talking about prosperity, and they say shit like I said, Black people have a different experience. Let me see what's going on in the chat room before I continue. Let me see if am I getting love. Yo, as soon as I said that, I got 444 watching now in the chat room. Before I go on this rant, because I'm going to rant, and then I'm gonna end it in about 20 minutes or something like that. What's going on in the chat room? Yo, crazy. Nigga said, Brother Rich looks like Conceited mixed with Rajon Rondo. Yo, crazy. Check out The Real Macabre. Who's The Real Macabre? Somebody who's looking to get a plug. The Real Macabre is looking to get a plug. All right, I'm looking to that family. Disgusting. All right. Anything? I don't have time for bullshit tonight. So if I even suspect you're a troll, I'm gonna get rid of you. Prosperity, another polite. That's sad we think like that. Just because we talk about prosperity, we have to, be associated with something. Yeah, okay. Can you get Kalinia weed? That's somebody I want to get on the show. I agree. Good to see you, brother. Yeah. Oh, what they said, peace. What happened to the polite lecture on Patreon? YouTube took that down. Yeah, YouTube took it down because he had a clip from Henry Louis Gates, I believe his name is, the black scientist, and they said that was used material. So I have to re-upload it, Patreon family. I have to re-upload it without that clip. So I will do that. Thanks for reminding me of that. Thanks for reminding me of that. Photograph him. That's my brother right there. He's a huge supporter of the show. He's talking about The Real Macabre. Connect with him, Brother Rich. Because if I ever connect with The Real Macabre, it's going to be because Photograph him said it. That brother's a true follower, supporter of the show. So I respect what he presents to the table. And I'm looking to the brother. Just for you, brother. So I appreciate it. 757. The VA's in here, Virginia. All right. Shout out to Virginia. Glad for the conference. Yeah, family. Make sure y'all there. Come fly into town. Don't you want to meet somebody? The energy's different in person than it is online. Fly into town. I'm going to have over 25 vendors there with some of the most important products. The Gold Water is going to be there. With Blue Pill, 19 Keys. There's going to be Red Pill with his products. Brother Hank, Rising Sun with his products. There's going to be some amazing products there for you to buy and things you can learn about. It's going to be an amazing event, November 3rd. Everybody, make sure y'all there. Let me put the flyer on again. Hold up, family. I was about to go on a rant, then I stopped. I didn't forget my rant. Don't think I forgot. I just started reading comments. Yeah, but the flyer should be on the screen right now. But yeah, a couple people saying first time seeing the God. That's what's up. I've been shown here and there on different places. You know what I'm saying? Glad for the conference. Black lives create all lives. Ah, man. How to become a vendor? You got to contact. Like I said, all the information will be in the description bar after the live. It's not there now, but it will be after the live. All right. So stay tuned. I hope y'all can still hear me because I'm seeing weird messages on my screen. But yeah, hit the like button. I got 440 people here, 167 likes. Hit the like button. Yeah. Do you hold lectures in Los Angeles? Not right now, no. Not right now. Ascension means nothing if you get to the top and you are alone. Gratitude, Father Rich. Thank you. Why are black men in NY way more intelligent than men from other reasons? Is it the NY energy? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's men intelligent in your regions, but they're harder to get in contact with. New York is so we're so in together. I don't know that word, but we're so squished on top of each other. It's easy to meet somebody because it's so crowded in New York. You can meet pretty much anybody in a 20-mile radius. Other places in 20 miles, shit, it might be you might meet 100 people in 20 miles in New York. You're gonna meet 50,000 people. So it's just location, location, location. Location might be the key to what you're looking for as far as, man or woman, or meeting your Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. You know what I'm saying? Will Seven Beaumont be on board? No, Seven Beaumont will not be on board. I would love to have him on board, but he won't be on board this time. I try to contact him, but the brother's in Costa Rica right now. He's handling. He got things he's taking care of. So shout out to Seven Beaumont. I look forward to having another interview with the brother. Yeah, gold water is the truth. Gold water is the truth. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Will 19 Keys be there? He should be there. I would love. He should be there at least with his product. I would love for Blue Pill to give him some time. Right now, I don't have him on the lineup, but I talked to him when he was on the show. He should be there. I don't know why he wouldn't be there. It would be an amazing opportunity for him to network. And the brother seems like an amazing businessman. Shout out 19 Keys. So 19 Keys should be there. Yeah. Give me some questions before I get out of here. I got the flyer on the board. That's November 3rd. Give me, if you got any questions before I get out of here. Brother Rich, you should interview Moj. I think I've seen that brother before. Yeah, I've seen that brother. Shout out to King Simon in the chat. King Simon got an event November 10th, right after mine, with the brother KT, the Arch Degree, Abundance Child, at the same place. So November's just going to be off the hook. So right after my event, then you could come the following week. KT is going to be in the building, and a couple of other people. So make sure y'all come for that as well. You need to get some of that Soul Gold. Yeah, come through. Soul Gold. The Gold Water will be in the building November 19th. The Gold Water. Like I said, you should, even if I don't even have a lecture, y'all should come, spend $50 just to see the vendor. It's a hell of an experience coming to New York and seeing these vendors. And I'm gonna do a video with them before the show, before the conference, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Cause y'all think I'm joking, but these vendors be serious. They have some serious products. My girl bought shit for her hair and for my face that I used from like 8 months ago, Like, they be having some serious shit that you won't find nowhere else for your hair, for your skin, things to eat, things for your mind, your intellect, the gold water. I mean, all types of stuff, man. The vendors ain't no joke. The vendors ain't no joke, man. Can you interview the black UFO twin sister? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I don't know. Get ready for teleport to hell crazy. Tried the Cash App, won't let me. I don't know why Cash App won't let you hit me up. I mean, I'm getting Cash App, so I don't know. Maybe you hitting up. I just posted the Cash App link again. So make sure you support, family. Once again, I'm about to get out of here. I just wanted to share this important announcement with y'all about this conference. Everything is about quantum entanglement. And one thing I want to hammer home is that, and this is what I was about to go on a rant on. Give me a second. Got a little drink there. Quantum entanglement. When I say quantum entanglement, or when the Bible says, let a poor man say he is rich, or when you hear these prosperity people say these affirmations, a lot of our people think that they're lying to themselves. And the reason that they think they are lying to themselves, because they use their five senses and they observe what they have going on around them, and they base their conclusion on their sensory reality. What we have to understand is that we're multidimensional beings, and is that the visible light spectrum, what we see, touch, taste, feel, all that, is only about 5% of who we are. So imagine if I had a pizza in front of me, right? And I ate imagine eating 5% of a slice. Do you know how much I ate? I ain't eat shit. If I ate 5% of a slice of pizza, the pizza might be this long and I might only ate that much. So we're only seeing this much, but there's this much left. Let's stop basing who we are on our 5% light spectrum that we're able to observe, which is only based on what we believe in our hearts to begin with. How about that? So it's a loop. The brain, which creates what we see, is asking our senses, what the hell is going on out there? The only thing going on out there is frequency fields, like Billy Carson says. We interpret frequency fields and we create perceptions, and our perceptions create reality. We feed that shit to our brains in bits, zeros and ones, digital bits, like a computer, 0 and 1s. The brain takes that and converts it into a holographic image, just like it does a computer screen. If you are a computer coder, if you're in the computer coding and you're doing all this fancy shit, when you building a page and it looks fancy, it don't have colors and all that. It got numbers. That's why King Solomon is so important, because he dealt with the numbers. From the numbers, you get the holographic image. Same thing with this reality. From the numbers, we get the holographic image. So we have to understand that this is an inner-outer experience. We have to understand that there's a greater truth. We understand that what's going on, the Amy Geyer case or whatever happened with that white girl with the judges hugging her, that shit look crazy. That's the craziest shit I ever seen as far as courtroom, man. That shit is sad, and it hurts that my people got to continuously seeing that Willie Lynch type of shit. And me talking like that is shit you won't hear from a quote-unquote spiritual black person, because they're so scared to offend their white listening audience. But me, I occupy a different space. I occupy a different time. I occupy a different purpose. So I can say that. And my white listeners, they will respect that. And those who don't, they'll keep it moving. But most importantly, the people who resonate with that is going to get the message. That case was some bullshit. But what I want my people to understand is that don't become so fixated on that you develop an inferiority complex. Because at the end of the day, you can move through this world like a god, where police bow to you, everybody bows to you. You really have the power to move to this realm where President Trump will bow down to you. You have that type of quantum power. You are a quantum being. I'm here to tell you, we just forgot who we were. So our magic don't work. We forgot who we were, so our magic ain't working. We got to reclaim our magic, family, brothers and sisters, family. Ultimately, everybody should respect you. Police should come up to you and shake your hand, not just white people who have what we call white privilege. You got to, when Charlemagne said black privilege, I take that, I'm taking his black privilege, and what I'm going to call that melanin privilege. Use your melanin privilege. Use your melanin privilege to have them bound to you. Use your melanin privilege to move like Elijah Muhammad, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? Let's use I understand white privilege, but what I'm asking you, to my what we call black brothers and sisters out there, is to acknowledge your melanin privilege greater than you acknowledge white privilege. That's what I'm asking you. If you have a great Wi-Fi signal and this and that, maybe you don't, maybe you do, I don't know. And melanin privilege don't mean color. Like I'm a little light skinned. I'm not as dark as a black, purple black brother, but that doesn't mean he has more, what they call that? It's not neuromelanin. It's, oh man, forgot that. I forgot the type of melanin. But it's a melanin that we need that's intelligent, that's more than just a skin color. The brother Raspy be talking about it. Oh, it's on my mind. I can't remember. It's not neuro. Does anybody know in the chat room what I'm talking about? No, neuroplasticity, that's something different. That's your brain ability to adapt to whatever. Neuromelanin, I don't think it's neuromelanin. It might be something different. Yeah, melanin privilege is genius. I mean, I just want us to acknowledge that. Yeah, okay, melanin is just carbon. Well, okay, we could, euromelanin. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Mark G. Euromelanin. That's the term. Euromelanin is not, just because you purple black don't mean you have more neuromelanin than euromelanin than me, and I'm a light-skinned high yellow nigga. I could still have more euromelanin than you. So euromelanin is something we should explore at the conference. But thank you, Mark G. Euromelanin, that's exactly what it is. But yeah, we got to stop. I'm not saying, and the problem these black spiritualists do is that they teach us racism doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. Listen, I'm not saying that. I understand in this realm, racism exists. I understand in this realm, oppression exists. I'm not gonna be like the judge hugging Amy and be like, I don't know no racism. I don't know no racism. That don't exist in my life. On some I'm not black, I'm OJ type shit. What I'm saying to my people from my heart is that there's a greater truth. So let's acknowledge, instead of acknowledging the 5%, let's acknowledge the 100%. And the greater truth is that we have melanin privilege that will trump all this shit. And it happens our president happened to be Trump. But our melanin privilege will trump all of this shit. And remember, melanin privilege, carbon, for those who get offended, is not just about skin privilege, skin color. I'm high yellow, I might have more than a dark skin brother. But it's about a strong Wi-Fi connection. It's about a current that we are able to be receptive. We're antennas. It's about being a strong antenna. Some people are stronger antennas than others. Look, go in the store. You have UHF, VHF. You have there's different antennas that could pick up different frequencies. We pick up different frequencies as people, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Female, okay. Okay, what's going on? What's going on in the comments? Pigmentations, okay, I'm learning eumelanin. Yeah, eumelanin. Yeah, white folks have eumelanin. Phenomelanin. There's so many different types of melanin. That's good. Police in Oakland are very corrupt. I believe you. Police in Oakland are very corrupt, but you are God. And I want you to acknowledge that you are God more than police in Oakland are very corrupt. That's my only point. Yes, police in Oakland are very corrupt, but I want you to acknowledge that you are a God that can produce whatever reality you want. I want you to acknowledge that more than you acknowledge police in Oakland are corrupt. I want you to use police, and that's from E. Parker. Use police in Oakland are very corrupt as a catalyst to acknowledge your divinity. That's what I want you to do. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not denying nothing. I'm not getting up here. I'm not, I want you to acknowledge who you are. The world is an illusion. Yeah. Ironically, frequency is new in chemistry. Yeah. Good books out there yeah. All right. So, Brother Rich about to get out of here. How many people I got? I got about 500 people in here. Brother Rich about to get out of here. I'm gonna have the link. I shared it earlier, but November 3rd, the Ascension Conference. It's gonna be popping. It's gonna be amazing. It's a life-changing event. We're gonna be neuro-hacking the brain. We're going to be, you know, they say when your body, and this is something we're going to touch on, when your body tells you that you're done, you're finished, I'm tired. You could do no more. Like say you're working on something and you're dead tired and you're about to fall out and you're like, oh shit, my body, oh God, I can't do it no more. They say you really only at 30% and you could keep going. When you're jogging, they call it a second wind. When you're jogging, you think you're done. And then all of a sudden you get this second wind and you go for another hour and you're like, where the fuck did this come from? I want you to, this conference, whoever comes to this conference, you're going to learn how to tap into where the fuck did that come from? That's what we're going to tap into at this conference. We're going to tap into that. Where the fuck did that come from? Because the brain is surprised by this shit. You know what the brain says? The brain comes up with these clever words. The brain says shit like, that was a miracle. That was luck. Oh my God, I don't know how that happened. The brain comes up with all types of shit. Ain't no such thing as luck. There's no such thing as a miracle. What's a miracle to this civilization was normal to the beings in Atlantis. They was able to, you go like this, the water rise. You go like that, the water go down. You could go like this, the rain come. You're like, what's a miracle to us is not a miracle to past civilizations. We just haven't been able to tap into certain energy fields or certain energy civilizations. Something else we're going to talk about. It's going to be, this is going to be amazing. This conference is going to be absolutely amazing. Nobody's life is going to be the same after this conference. This shit don't deserve to be free and ridiculed and just shitted on by a community that don't appreciate it. This conference deserves to be appreciated. I took special pride in this conference, and I made sure I got somebody out of the so-called conscious community to participate in this lecture, to offer a different perspective on what we see coming on right now. What's this right here? I just got, the brother photograph him. Thanks for the donation. The brother photograph him that I was just talking to you about. That's me and my son. That's a comic version of me and my son on my phone. Y'all see that, right? The brother photograph him just sent a donation of $44.44. But that's a donation from that brother. Thank you, my brother. And that picture right there, that's when my son was first born. And I took a picture of my son. I was feeding him, and I took a picture. And I made a cartoon version out of it on for my iPhone. So I had on my tank top. I'm feeding him. I'm sitting on the couch, and he like you're a month old there with the bottle in his mouth. And I'm feeding him. That's me and my little mini me. Yeah, let me show you one more time. That's my pride and joy right there. Y'all see that? That's my pride and joy right there. Yeah, that's my pride and joy right there. But so that's what it is. So I need you. Y'all gonna tap into that energy of where the fuck did that come from? Yeah, that's what we tap. We neuro-hacking the brain. We going beyond the brain. Limitless shit. Shit is amazing what we gonna do. I did this for the Holy Ghost 2 album. Holy Ghost 2 album is a classic, and I'm gonna be on my Kanye West shit. Holy Ghost 2 album is a classic. Why? Because I got that shit from God. Hands down. I got that shit from God. That shit ain't come from a human, a mortal human. That shit came from God. That's why the first track on Holy Ghost 2 is called The Conjuring, because we channeled that shit. Kambada channeled that shit. So I want to show y'all how to make your own Holy Ghost 2 with whatever it is y'all doing in your personal life. I'm going to do what I did with Holy Ghost 2. I'm going to do with this channel right now. That's why I've been entertaining. That's why I've been interviewing different entertainers and different people, because I'm about to elevate this channel to a different level. And you can only do that. You could do that through that theta wave state. It becomes very easy, but you got to know the science of tapping into that theta wave state. And just like we need somebody to teach us certain things, teach us how to drive or whatever. Sometimes we need teachers to teach us how to tap into this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong. Shout out to James Belton for donating $5. There's nothing wrong with having a teacher. There's nothing wrong with having a mentor. We got rid of the mentors. We got rid of the teachers. You should have a mentor. You should have a mastermind group, a mastermind collective where you just tap into this genius, where everybody's a genius. You know what I'm saying? So it is. Let me put this flyer back on the screen. Yeah, hold up. Put this flyer back on the screen. And let me see what's going on in the chat. Yeah. All right, give me two. I'm gonna take 2 more questions, then I'm gonna get out of here, family. You the Lord, bro. Thank you, Shiva Krishna. I appreciate it. We all lords. We all emanate from that same God consciousness. Yeah, I bought the Holy Ghost. Itzy Zaza. I bought the Holy Ghost in this fire. Yeah, that shit was channeled. Them beats was channeled. You know what I'm saying? I channel that. I channel that. This shit come from God. My questions come from God. I channel that. You know what I'm saying? We see another thing. I keep talking about this conference. We're gonna teach you how to have. Listen closely. This is important. I don't want to start screaming loud, y'all. Say I'm crazy. I'm Kanye West or something. But we're gonna teach you how to have antenna consciousness versus ego consciousness. Ego consciousness means that I'm a separate entity. I'm a separate entity and I'm that shit or whatever, or I'm a bum or however you think, being a separate entity. Antenna consciousness means that you're channeling energy from this divine source at all times, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 60 seconds a minute, 60 minutes an hour, 24 hours in a day, whatever we want to call it, whatever time reference we use in this dimension, all day long, we are connected to this source and we're channeling something that is available, an infinite reality. So it's infinite, it's parallel realities that are infinite. So we could channel the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever. All that shit is relative because what's ugly to me, you living in the projects might be heaven to somebody living in Africa. Somebody living in Africa might be heaven to somebody living, I don't know, wherever they live, you know what I'm saying? So it just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going and keeps, it's like a fractal. It keeps going. So, yeah, it is what it is, family. This is going to be absolutely amazing. We're going to develop this antenna consciousness by the end of this conference, and we're going to stop looking at ourselves as a separate ego. We're going to understand that we have a spiritual umbilical cord. How the fuck we never been disconnected? That is the first spell on humanity. The first spell on humanity is that, and this is part of the program. This is part of the program. When they cut that umbilical cord and the parents see it and the child senses it, we think we are disconnected from the all. You don't think you're disconnected from the all when you're in that womb. But once that umbilical cord is cut, you're like, oh shit, I'm disconnected now. And that's where it begins. We're not disconnected from that umbilical cord. We're not even disconnected from our mother's umbilical cord. We still, hey, listen, because of quantum entanglement, we still entangled with our mother. We still got all our mother's DNA within us. All that shit was just a show. It's like if I do something, it's just a show for the eyes and for the, for the senses. We're still connected to our mother and we still connected to the great mother, the great universe, the great mother. Sophia. Some people in the ancient, not Hermetic, the Nag Hammadi, they call the universe, the great mother, Sophia. We're still connected to Sophia. Yeah, we're still connected to Sophia, the great mother, the great creator. We've never been disattached. So we're not separate. I'm not a separate ego. You look at me and you think I'm separate from everything. In the Matrix, they say, yo, how do you move that spoon? When the little boy moved the spoon, the boy said, and I'm like paraphrasing, he said, you got to be one with the spoon. Not to think that you trying to move the spoon, but you're moving yourself, in other words. I'm not moving. If the spoon is right here and my hand is right here and I go like this and I'm trying to move the spoon, the key is to understand that this right here is still me. Our body is not this. Our body is a whole reality, what we see. So my body is that picture right there, this computer that had That light up there, we got to have a different perception of what our body is. My body is just not this. This is just the game. Our body encompasses way more than this. So we're not separate. You know what I'm saying? The brain only sees division, like Seven said. Seven kept hitting that point home. The brain only sees division. So everything is divided. This is separate from me, whatever. But this is really a part of my consciousness, because it's all inside, it's all connected. But then by the time the brain produces this reality, it's separate. So you might meet a nigga and that nigga may not be shit. Or you may meet a chick and that chick may not be shit. And inside, you may have thoughts of not being shit or hurt or pain or suffering or whatever from your childhood. But by the time the brain outputs that shit into the holographic image, it puts that what's inside of you into a different person. So it takes something inside of you and says, all right, I'm gonna show this shit in a so-called outside person. But that shit is inside of you. It's just an image. It's just a computer screen. This shit is all a computer screen. Fucking this shit is all a computer, an advanced computer screen. Man, what the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? And this curse word, this ain't even a curse word I'm using, man. I'm not even using curse words right now. That's some shit we was taught, a program we was taught, man. Listen, this shit go real deep. Like I said, we're neuro-hacking now. It's too late. It's too late, y'all. We're neuro-hacking. We're ascending 2020 perfect vision. We're going to that next level. We're beyond conscious. We're subconscious right now. We're tapping into that quantum realm, quantum entanglement. Where the runners, people who jog, they get that second run, that second whatever you call that. That's what we're tapping into. Our body tells us we're done, but now we realize when we think we're finished and we're tired and we can't do no more. Now we understand we're only 30%. We're only at 30%. We still got another 70%. We understand the visible light spectrum is only 5%. So everything I see, this is only 5% of who I am. I'm way greater than this. We're going to start acknowledging our greater selves. We're not going to deny, as quote unquote black people, we're not going to see, when you deny white supremacy, it'll drive you crazy like OJ. And that's when they get the nigga wake up call. So we're not going to deny what we're going through and get the nigga wake up call and then act like, oh God, black people support me. What we're going to do is we're going to acknowledge what we're going through as a race, but we're going to acknowledge our greater truth as a galactic race. We're going to acknowledge the greater truth as a supreme being, which we are. I don't give a fuck how broke you are right now, how much money you got in your pocket, how sad and depressed you are. You could say, I am happy, I am love, I am wealth, and you're not lying to yourself. Why you're not lying? Because you are multi-dimensional. And what you see is only 5%, and that's only based on this illusion of what you keep feeding yourself or telling yourself for this program. It's the software. You're reading a certain software. You have to change your software. We got to change our software. You know what I'm saying? All right, that was my rant. I promised y'all a rant. I said, I got a good rant for y'all. So I promised y'all a rant. That was my rant. What's going on? I got 500 people. What's going on? Talk to me, family. I promised y'all a rant. I gave y'all my rant. Talk to me. What's going on with y'all? I'm about to get out of here. What software? Oh, God. Did y'all change the frequency of your music for? No, I got something where, I'm glad you asked that. I got something coming up where I'm changing the frequency of the music. We didn't do that with the Holy Ghost too, but I got something coming up where I'm doing that. I just got the software that actually changes the frequency of music. I just recently invested it. So yeah, that's something that's coming shortly. I am divine. I don't know if you was here during earlier. I explained to people I've been a little under the weather. That's why I haven't posted in a while. But Key Sit in the Space is coming real soon to Patreon. I'm about 80% done. I'm actually going to do a little bit more tonight, and I should be finished off tomorrow. But it's about 80% done. It's going to be there very soon. I apologize for the delay, but it will be worth it because it's all about inner space. everything, this whole shit, that's why my name is Black Magic. This all this, everything is about closing your eyes and go within. All of this shit, and all this shit will change. And that's something I gotta work on myself. Like I said, listen, I got issues like everybody else. I'm working on shit like everybody else, but it's part of the reprogramming process. When this dude Bob Proctor talked about. And he said, when you're attempting to change paradigms, your old paradigm will fight like a motherfucker to stay in place. Because you have this network in your brain, this neural network, and that's part of neuro-hacking. This neural network, and that's what neuroplasticity is about. You develop a habit, right? So the habit has 1 billion mother effing brain cells, neurons in it, that is food for the brain. So you got this whole society in your brain that's used to, let's say, smoking weed. So when you stop trying to smoke weed, your brain is like, nigga, this is what I'm about. I got a whole society of cells that smoke weed, that's used to smoking weed and firing and triggering these cells to produce this reality. You can't just change it like that, nigga. I'm gonna fight back. So your brain, until you start to fight yourself back. And then you be like, oh shit, the devil's stopping. No, it's not the devil. It's like you're trying to create a new paradigm and your old paradigm ain't trying to have it. So your old paradigm wants to stick around. So you have to understand it's going to take a little while to produce a new paradigm. You have to persevere. Somebody said perseverance is after you get sick and tired of doing something and you still do the work. That's perseverance. When you get sick and tired of doing something that you were sick of, I forgot how this quote go, but it was some dope shit. But you gotta have perseverance. You gotta be, you gotta just keep going with what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about building. It's like you building a building. Imagine if you on the 12th floor and then somebody tries to take down the building. It's going to take a while to take down 12 floors. We build a habit of, let's say, poverty that's 33 floors high. And then we read something or we watch a YouTube video and we think we're going to just destroy that building just like that. It takes a while for our brain and our mind to knock that building down. So if you got 33 flights, it may take 2 years to get rid of each of those floors. And then finally, you can rebuild something. But we can't build something on top of, we have to get rid of something first. That's in opposition of what we're trying to build. So family, we just need patience with this shit sometime. You know what I'm saying? But trust me, this shit is real. This shit is real. What the Holy Ghost, where I live at, what I experience, even the good and the bad. There's bad things, what I call bad things that occur to me that I know, oh shit, I produced that shit based on my fear of this or my fear of that. Things happen to me or things I was taught that I may have a certain fear about that I know to this day that I produce. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm still producing that fear. So I'm a genius. Either way you look at it, I'm a fucking genius. I could produce my fear or I could produce my happiness. But either way, I could produce some shit. And we got to look at it. Once you understand that you're a genius regardless, that's the beginning. Because you could produce poverty or you could produce wealth. I could produce my fears or I could produce my happiness. But the thing is, you want to be a conscious creator and you want to produce your happiness. So let's get rid of the fears and everything else that we're producing because of our programming that we got from when we was young. All right, family. What's going on with y'all? I keep saying what's going on, and then I go on another rant, right? I know. I be going on rants, yeah. It's all in your mind. I'm about to get out of here. How many of y'all coming to the conference? Let me see that. Let's cut the bullshit out. How many of y'all in the chat room coming to the conference? Yeah, I wouldn't call it stealing my energy back. I'm taking my energy back. I don't have to steal it. It's already mine. Yeah, go. It's already mine. How many of y'all coming to the conference? That's what I want to know. Or how many of y'all, I'll be there. Shout out to Indigo. Yeah. November 3rd is the conference. and Billy Carson, Red Pill, Blue Pill, and Gano Grills right now. It's amazing topics. Amazing topics. And like I said, we're going to meet our quantum self at this conference, and we're going to learn how to acknowledge the greater truth and not deny what's going on, but to acknowledge our greater truth for who we are. So, yeah. High 90 said most of y'all here is on some yes, man. I don't mean, hey. Talk to me, high 90s. What's going on in your mind, my brother or sister? I'm gonna have to fly. Yeah, fly out here. Yeah, fly out here. But yeah, I'm gonna have the live stream as well. How many of y'all gonna live stream it? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have the conference, and how many of y'all gonna live stream it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna bring Isaiah back. Isaiah might come. I might bring him by himself. I talked to Isaiah. I can't bring him because if I bring Isaiah, he's only gonna get an hour, and I can't do Isaiah. Isaiah need 4 hours to speak. My brother Isaiah needs 4 hours to speak, so I can't bring Isaiah out here and just give him. Billy Carson is gonna have 3 hours or something like that, but everybody else time is gonna be limited. But I need Isaiah himself. He needs 4 hours. So yeah. But shout out to Isaiah. Make sure you follow his channel. Guess that's it. Yeah. Brother Rich, have you ever studied Sufism? A lot of what you talk about is very similar. Well, my teachers study Sufism, so I guess what they teach is tied into Sufism. So yeah, I guess I did study Sufism indirectly, but a lot of my teachers have studied Sufism. You know what I'm saying? What else y'all talking about? Give me another question, family. Give me another question before I get out of here. Give me another question. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Give me another question before I get out of here, family. What's your take on the Kabbalion? Kabbalion, man. I mean, it's you just got to understand what you're reading. The Kabbalion is amazing. You just got to understand how to decipher that, and that's something, just like the Bible, depending on how you decipher it. A slave, they use the Bible to get slaves, to convince slaves that slavery was all right. And Neville Goddard uses the Bible for you to understand that whole process is allegorical and it's happening inside of you. God and Christ and Jesus is all you. So all these holy books, it just depends on how you deciphering it. But they're all, they're amazing books. You just have to decipher it, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Give me some more. Give me another question, family. I just got back. Gano and Billy Carson. Yeah, I need 2 biscuit. Yeah. Did you see Hidden Colors? No, I didn't see Hidden Colors Part 5 yet. No, I did not see Hidden Colors Part 5. I actually want to interview the brother Tariq. I hit him up. I know the brother busy. I haven't talked to him yet. Since Hidden Colors 5. I talked to him before, and we were supposed to set up an interview, but we didn't get a chance to. But I definitely would love to interview the brother Tariq Nasheed. So if y'all see him or hear from him or talk to him, tell him brother Rich definitely look forward to interviewing him. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. How did y'all channel y'all music? Was it through meditation? I mean, that's what the conference is about. You could channel anything you want through meditation. Right before you go to sleep is a good time to channel things into your realm. That's when you're in theta. Right when you wake up. There's certain time periods during the day, and there's certain activities you could do during the day that allows you to channel effectively and fast. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about that. We need a brother Oba video. Shout out to the brother Oba. Shout out to that brother. Manly P. Hall, a Mason. Yeah, he was a Mason. Is the conference the real Zion? I don't even know what that means. Using binaural audio. Yeah, I got something amazing. I got some binaural music that I'm coming out with that's going to reprogram everything. Yo, it's good. This is amazing. That's coming out right after the conference. I wasn't even going to say that, but the Itzy Zazas mentioned it, so I might as well have said that. Are you interested in doing work with other producers? I produce myself. In person right now, only in person. I'm not too good with the computer collaborations right now. Something I'm gonna do in the future, but in person, if you're a producer in person in New York, I'll collaborate with you. If you're an artist in New York, I'll collaborate with you. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to connect with the brother, the real Macabre. Y'all really pushing that. Y'all really pushing that. It might be. Is it this the same person pushing this brother, the real Macabre, man? You're really pushing that, man. You and Panic need to do some music. Shout out to brother Panic. That's my brother right there. Yeah, I need to connect with that brother. That brother's doing his thing right now. Haven't talked to him in a while. I need to talk to that brother. You know what I'm saying? One more question. I keep saying one more question. One more question. I'm getting out of here. Young Pharaoh got info too. Yeah, Young Pharaoh does got info. Young Pharaoh definitely does got info. I've heard some of his information before. The brother definitely does have some information. What door do you use, Brother Rich? Shit. For that, well, I'm gonna tell you this. You know what's crazy? This is the question from Pudge Beats 16. Make sure you'll continue to donate. Pudge Beats for the Cambada out. Holy Ghost 2, me and Cambada. I use Ableton, MPC, Machine, and something else I forgot. But I use 4 different softwares to do Holy Ghost 2. And that's because each software has a different spirit to it, and it causes you to tap into a different energy. So when you're doing a whole album as a producer, you don't want the whole album to sound exactly the same, and because it'll get boring. So I needed to produce an emotional roller coaster ride. So in order to produce that emotional roller coaster ride, I needed different energies. I can't have 10 Shaka Zulus or 10 spellbounds or 10 whatever the songs is on the album. I needed each song to have its own energy signature. So I use different softwares to create a different energy signature, because it's no easy thing for a producer to produce a whole album. That's Quincy Jones type shit. So I tapped into Tips Quincy Jones type shit, and I'm proud of that. And that's only because I'm an antenna for Divinity. I'm an antenna for Divinity, so I could be genius. I'm God genius. I'm not regular human genius. I'm God genius. I'm just an antenna. This is a vessel. This is my avatar. You know what I'm saying? But it's the light. I'm powered by God. I'm powered by the God energy or the universe. I'm powered by God energy. So all my credit and praise is due to that God energy that I tap into. And shout out to Itzy Zaza for sending donating $10. Shout out to Itzy Zaza for donating $10 on the Cash App. One more question. I keep saying that. One more question. Album is fire. Thank you, Divine Rod. Don't forget to get all the sources and dictionaries and look up. And yes, indeed. Do you got any beats for sale? Not right now. In the future, near future, I will. Not right now. In the near future, I will. Not right now. Time's at 1. I'm tired, family. Well, I'm trying to get one more question. Try to get at Yada too. Don't know who that is. What's your viewpoint on Metroton Cube? They're going to talk about that November 3rd. They're going to talk about that November 3rd. Yeah, my email is the same. I am Divine. My email is the same. I am Divine. You commented to the easy questions. Backlash to ignorance. So what is your question? I'm commenting. I talk and then I look down. Backlash to ignorance. Let me see if I can get your question before I get out. I mean, come on. Yeah, hurry up and type this shit, man. I'm gonna try to get to it. It's no hard question. It's really, I'm not giving a real hard. There's nothing hard being talked about right here. It's just real life shit, real spiritual shit. How can we make a difference if we keep depending on the dollar as a medium of exchange? That's a great question. How can we make a difference if we keep depending on the dollar? See, the dollar is only the illusion. You're really the dollar. You're the currency. You're the wealth. The dollar is just the medium we use in this realm to display our currency. You actually can, if you believe you're wealthy, different things will present itself, and it may not be the dollar. People will start doing favors for you. So you may get clothes for free. You may get opportunities. You'll produce wealth one way or another. If the dollar got eliminated tomorrow, you being a currency, wealth being, you will still produce wealth. So it's not all dependent on the dollar. It just happens that that's the popular means of exchange in this realm at this time. But I get free shit, or I'm wealthy in many ways. I get free shit all the time because of who I am, the wealth I produce. I'm Brother Wealth, I'm Brother Rich. So people constantly give me things because of who I am. And that's a form of wealth because they just want me to have it. That's why they say the rich get richer and the poor get poor. When you know you're rich, you're going to get richer. When you know you're poor, you're going to get poor because of the frequency you continue to produce. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. But the backlash to energy, I see you say money is energy. I'm trying to see what you, there are many I catch you. There were many I catch you later. I gave you a shot, man. You comment to the easy questions. Then after that, you said, all right, I'm done. One more question, family. One more questions. What is your perception of what spiritual and conscious ramification of the judge hugging Hamburg? Oh, man. You know, this is a movie, right? Let me explain something to you. This is a movie, so we're all playing different roles. If I hugged that white girl the way she did, and I did it because I feel insecure and because I feel inferior and because she's white, because I know I wouldn't do that to a black person, that's going to have ramifications of me because I knew better. There's a saying that says, if you knew better, you do better. Once you know something, you are responsible for what you know. So I don't know, the guilt inside your heart is what brings the karma. So I don't know what guilt that judge has. Maybe her role down here on earth is just meant to be a coon. I don't fucking know. Maybe that's her role. And that's part of the movie. Like I said, this shit is just a movie. So maybe her role is just, and this is coming from a different perspective, you know, on a humanistic level, she's just cooning and she's fucked up. But on another level, maybe that's just her role. So maybe she may not have no karma, she may not have no ramifications, and that's what she's just meant to do. But there's different levels to this shit. So on one level, there's another level, there's another level, there's another level, and there may be different answers. And just because they contradict each other doesn't mean that they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they endorsed her. Yeah, the police endorsed her. Yeah, I heard about that. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Why did you decide to show your image? I want to take my show to the next level, and I want to do live. From this, my next phase is I'm going to go to probably the Black Lady Theater, and just like how you see David Letterman, or you see these shows where it's like a big production and they're interviewing the person face to face, I'm gonna be doing that for like my hardcore interviews. Sometime when I just talk about regular things, I could talk about regular things. But for like my hardcore interviews, when I'm really putting somebody on a hot seat, I'm gonna have like a big production behind it. So, you know, I might as well start showing my face now so you guys could get acquainted to it, because my production level is gonna go up more and more from here. You know, and I've never been into fame or anything like that. I don't give a fuck about people knowing who I am. I'm here for the information. I'm here to be successful and prosperous at what I do, but I don't care about the fame aspect. You know what I'm saying? I want to be successful. I want to make a living off of what I love to do, so I don't have to work a day in my life. And that's the goal, the objective that pretty much everybody who's wealthy use. You make a living off of what you love to do. And I love to ask questions. And for years, I didn't have to show my face, but I'm ready to go to a certain level where you know, showing my face is necessary because I'm gonna have a big production. I'm gonna have you know, a whole setup behind me, and I'm gonna be on stage, and that's coming soon. So stay tuned for that. But you know, I was just like, you know, let me might as well, you know, start showing my face because of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I've been having some amazing guests. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to have some amazing. You know who's coming? Oh, I ain't even tell you who's coming. Y'all gonna be surprised. But I got some amazing guests lined up for next week and the week after next. So just stay tuned. DNA speaks to me that Shaka Zulu is a rain dance. Yeah, it's straight. It's straight warrior rain dance music. Shaka Zulu. Oh man, y'all gotta be there at the conference to see me and Kambada can perform that. Oh, Shaka Zulu's gonna be a hell of a performance, man. Y'all should come there just for that. Y'all should come there just for that to see Shaka Zulu. Have I heard of no? That the Sufi master, brother Hank was telling me about him. Yeah, brother Hank was telling me about him. Yeah, I gotta look into that, brother. I haven't been to Kemet. No, I haven't been to Kemet. This is why I stopped watching. I didn't see it first coming, so I don't know. I don't know why you. I don't know what you said. What's wrong? Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. Okay. Yeah, come to New York, Letitia. Come to New York. Come to New York. Yahweh Shai. Yeah, Yahweh Shai gonna be crazy. All right. Yeah, I seen the summit. Yo, the summit, the Revolt Summit. What was good about it is that Candace Owens comes with this game. She does this bipartisan game where she tricks black people into saying, oh, she sides with these racist white extremists, and she's able to trick black people and say, oh, well, the Democrats are no better and this and that. And she talks all this shit about the Democratic Party. And a lot of the things she's saying is true about the Democratic Party. What Killer Mike said was genius. He says, you're arguing about slave man. This ain't our issue as a culture, ain't a bipartisan issue. It don't matter whether Hillary is politics. It don't matter if it's Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. It's the same shit. They have different approaches. One has a velvet glove and one is a gorilla pimp. Hillary Clinton got the velvet glove. She smack you niggas like this. Donald Trump is like, motherfucker, motherfucker, motherfucker. You know, Donald Trump is a gorilla pimp. So Hillary Clinton is like, Donald Trump is like, you motherfucking niggas. And we like, oh, that shit hurt. It hurt more. It's still a smack, but it hurt more when Donald do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just some game Candace Owens been doing. And because these entertainers are diet woke, they don't get it. So Killer Mike finally said, you niggas is arguing about slave masters, which is 100% true. Fuck Democrats. It's the same bullshit. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. So shout out to Killer Mike for pointing that out. The diet woke celebrities just didn't get it. They was trying to defend Democrats. Like, man, fuck out of here, man. Hillary, you think Hillary Clinton? What do you think? I don't know. I'm gonna leave that alone. But will Terrence Howard take things to the next level? I hope so. He was spending some deep shit. I hope he does. Constitution. Instead of the Constitution, Constitution. You ain't lying about that. Yeah, shout out to Urban X. They was just on, I was just watching Urban X. Shout out to Urban X, Black Dot, and Dot Son. Shout out to them. Yeah, divided in the South. Yeah, you're right. Democrat and Republican. They get we get too emotional over these political parties. You feel like you're left out. Nobody wants to be left out. You know, loneliness is a horrible feeling. And if you don't have a relationship with your higher self, you know, loneliness could really feel bad. I could be by myself and I feel like I'm with a million people. A lot of people could be with a million people and they feel like they're by themselves. That's the difference. Let me say that one more time. I could be by myself in a room and I feel like I'm with a million people. A lot of people could be with a million people and feel like they're by themselves. There's a difference. How do you feel like you're with a million people and you by yourself? You got to come to the conference. That's all about tapping into your divine self. That's all about acknowledging your quantum self and understanding who you are. We're surrounded by entities right now. Matter of fact, each one of our cells is a divine intelligence, is a motherfucker. This is just a spaceship. We like a million motherfuckers right now. I'm a billion motherfuckers right now operating this spaceship. It's impossible for me to be alone. I'm a billion motherfuckers operating this spaceship that I call Brother Rich. Brother Rich ain't just one entity. I'm a collective, niggas. I'm a collective. I'm a collective of energies. You know what I'm saying? Operating this spaceship. You ever seen that movie with Eddie Murphy where he was in? What was it called? What was that? Y'all very smart. What was that movie with Eddie Murphy where he was like inside the machine and he was like controlling? Like, nigga, there's a collective, like, shit. We could talk to ourselves. We could activate ourselves. We could heal ourselves. Bruce Lipton talks about that. Yeah, Bruce Lipton talks about that. What was that movie with Dave? Thank you. Was it Pluto Nash or Dave? Me, Dave? It was one of them shits. But thank you. I think it was Dave. But watch Dave. It shows you how this shit really works. Our cells are, and Seven Beaumont talked about this. Just like we're looking to God, we are a God to our inner civilization. So he said, play God with yourselves. Play God with yourself. Right now, I got a whole civilization, a whole world, Pluto, Mars. I got Virgo. I got all the signs within me that niggas is fascinated, all the astrological signs. I got all the planets within me. I could play God right now. I'm a universe. Play God with yourself. That's what you need to do. Instead of worshiping God, play God with yourself. Be the best God that you could be to you, your universe. You got all the signs in you. You got all the planets in you. Play God with yourself, man. Watch that movie Dave, man. Watch that movie Dave by Eddie Murphy, man. But I can't tell you enough to come to this conference. After this live stream, I'm gonna have the link for the Eventbrite if you come into New York, or the live stream if you want to see it on pay-per-view. Either way, this is a life-changing event. You got to meet your quantum self sooner or later. You can meet it now with Brother Rich, Father Rich, or you can meet it another lifetime, 2 lifetimes from now. You can meet it when you're 70, but eventually you're going to meet your quantum self. You have to. Otherwise, you're going to keep repeating the same loop until you meet your quantum self, because that's your whole purpose of being here, is to meet your quantum self. So, with that being said, family, see Brother Mike in the bill. Shout out to Mike with the hats. I'm sure Mike will be there at the conference. Yeah. Peep the End. It's a Men in Black. Yeah, I got to watch that again. Osmosis Jones. Yeah, all of that. Yeah. Yep. All right, family. I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to get a huge wave of recognition for my music as 2020 gets closer. Thank you. Thank you, whoever wrote that. Amenis, HRHOC. Thank you. I believe that. I am putting good energy out there. I'm quantum entangling myself with that reality, with my quantum self. And my quantum self is an amazing music producer. So I know that's going to happen. And I'm very successful. Like I said, the live stream will be in a link, will be in the description after this broadcast is over. Everything's going to be up after this broadcast is over. Yeah. So channel your higher self, family. Meet your higher self. Meet your quantum self. Come to this conference. It's going to be absolutely amazing. This is Brother Rich, and I'm about to sign out. I want to say thank you for tuning in. I'm getting out of here, family. All right? Peace.